Hello y'all, this is the Roblox game Blox cards, and in this video we're going to be looking at the pre-constructed monster nursery deck, which focuses on the Overseer group. And let's go to the shop now and see that deck. And where is it? Deck. So scroll down. Oh, here it is. Group Precon, Monster Nursery. Monster Nursery, yes, a ready-made Overseer deck. Grow your hand to unstoppable sizes. This costs 2,200 bucks, and let's see the contents. And so the Overseers are a green group found in Stripe's arsenal. That's where their cards can be pulled from at this time. And they focus on dominating the battlefield with their stats and numerous AoE and ham buffs. And besides the Overseer cards, well, you have a special alt art for the Overseer Legendary, Overseer God Hand. You can only get it in this pack. Besides all them, you have the non-Overseer green cards, such as Witch's True Brew, Frida Polar Bear, Waddle Tom, Nimbles, and Tank Bomber. Tank Bomber? I guess it's Bomber without a B, so Tank Bomber, Script, and Tom's Beans. And there's a lot of hand return cards here. And besides that, you get a title called Brew and Beans added when you get this deck, and I guess you get that. That's here because of Tom's Beans and Witch's True Brew, I guess. And with that, let's see all of these cards in action. We're going to be going against a player, Laser Balls 2, and we have a good starting hand here, so play Stereo Plexus, put Tom's Beans in the base plate, and then play Overseer Wizard. And let's end turn and see how they react. And the thing about the Overseers is that they have good stat stud ratio if they're allowed to stockpile on buffs, and they have a great amount of helpful AoE effects, but they're weak against control decks, and they do not do well in late game sometimes, and most fighters are moderately costly. And without health buffs, they have issues. Let's just say that they have bad stats, and they may potentially be overwhelmed by decks that are faster and have better stats. So let's play Eye of Overseer now. Do that, good. And should we just end turn? I say yes. Let's see what they do. I want to keep buffing my cards. I want to play Overseer Prophet maybe. And Stereo Plexus, when it attacks, will get buffs from that. They have two Booger Guy 1-2-3s, and that's annoying. They seem to be going for some kind of red, green, and yellow deck. And that is just fascinating to look at, but I do not. Oh my goodness gracious, this is so strange. They're buffing Kago to give themselves cards. That's pretty smart. That's pretty clever, honestly. They're just centering their entire deck around that. That is wild. We gotta destroy that card immediately. They're gonna eventually get themselves very good cards at some point. We just gotta break their card engine. That's gonna be our game plan. It's gotta go. It's gotta go. I'm sorry, it has to leave. And now do we play, what do we do here? Put the Overseer General in the base plate, play Overseer Growth Ritual to buff our cards, and all of our allied fighters, all the allied Overseers in play will get more health. And let's attack Kago here. Get them out of here. We don't want them to stay alive, cause if they do, that's bad for us, frankly. Get them out of here. Boom, their card drawing engine is gone. And we'll stand by and deploy the Overseer Prophet next turn. When this card is cast, a target enemy fighter loses 350 power. Also deal 350 damage to it if this card has gained health while in your hand. And we can cast at least one of them. So there is that. Oh my goodness, they're getting... That is ridiculous. Okay, they're going to go on the attack, though. What will you do? What's that card going to do? That is annoying. They're really buffing up Sir Fancy Pants. And this is going to be bad. This deck is pretty fast. I'm not going to lie. That is rough. That is very rough. Do we play the Overseer's Steed? I don't know. Possibly. In that card, when that works, Overseer fighters in your hand gain health equal to this card's health. Oh my goodness. They're swarming us. Stop swarming me. Let me move. We may have to play a tankier card just for this instance. Play the Overseer Prophet. Then play, I don't know. Or we could play Stereo Plexus. Play that. They have 1000 HP anyway. Then play Overseer Growth Ritual and put Tank Bomber in the base plate because we're just focusing on buffing up these cards as much as possible. In turn, we'll have to focus on playing something next turn that's going to be good, hopefully. And all these are so expensive. They're so expensive. They're going to set the stats of a card to 500. That is irritating. Oh my goodness gracious. They're going to now go on the attack. This card has 1,150 HP though, so they are going to have to lose some things at the very least. And Last Dance. Holdout couldn't do it. And you're going to have to use Hallow's Boon. Oh well. That is annoying. But it is what it is. We'll have to cast something. And what do we want to throw out here? Put out Waddle Tom, maybe? We just need time, yeah. Throw him out. Yes, and he'll be tanky enough and have 1,500 HP. And the thing about the Overseers, they're very prone to having lots and lots of tanky fighters. And are they focusing on only having 3 yellow studs? I guess they are, because that infinite chicken is very annoying. And they're going to attack Waddle Tom. Oh well. And what do we do now? Cast Overseer's Stud. Or no, put Tom's Beans in the base plate first. Then cast, say, Overseer Stud. Overseer Steed, I mean, yeah. Because that's going to mean all of the Overseer fighters in our hand will gain health equal to this card's health. So that's 750 more health for our cards. And let's focus on Sir Fancy Pants. He has to go. He seems to be an engine for them. And the way that card works, it's immune to returning card effects. And whenever effect you control targets whenever an effect you control targets a fighter for the first time, a target fighter gains 50 health and power. So they're going to very much focus on trying to make it tough, which is something I do not want. We're going to have to put out... We have 3 Overseer Prophets. So if we can deploy those, that'll be good for us. And put these cards out now. Deal some damage to Sir Fancy Pants and take away his power. Also use Witch's True Brew to buff up our cards even more. And now in turn, we're eventually going to try and play the Overseer God Hand, but we can't do it just yet. And that means when it's deployed, we're going to probably get all these cards back. We've lost these fighters at the very least. We're going to recur them, and that effect will trigger just once. So they're really, I don't know, we're too tanky for them, I would think. Deploy the Overseer General, though. Get Sir Fancy Pants out of here. And he is the biggest threat they had, and he's gone now. So I'm curious what they'll do. They have, what do they have? They have 21 colorless studs. So what are they planning? 21 colorless studs. They're not casting any of them. And that's somewhat concerning. I don't want to go on a big attack, and they suddenly just start having cards from some effect. Play the Eye of Overseer. And I'm just doing this to kind of give fodder for the Overseer God Hand. So attack now, and that card's going to go down, but we have taken out the final tree, and that's the last of the enemy's defenses here. What are they going to play? I'm very curious. We have the 2,400 life point or health Overseer Prophet standing by to be very annoying. And what are they going to do? They're running Rage? Rage. They're using Rage. How many colorless studs do they have? What is this deck? I don't get it. I'm very curious. What are you running? Ridiculous. What are they running? Okay, so they're going to take away power from our Eye of Overseer card. This is such a strange deck. It is very odd, I'm not going to lie. Are they just giving themselves cards? Some of this just doesn't make sense. So play the Overseer Prophet now. Who are they buffing around? The Radello card, I think. Destroy them. Get them out of here. Gone. Also take out the Eagle Scout. They're gone too, and that's a huge blow for them. In turn, we may cast the Overseer God Hand next, but I'm still a little concerned about it because if they may be able to hard cast a card like Ms. 3000, and that will just destroy everything else I have on the field, and I do not want that to happen. Please, I do not want it to. Our cards are too tanky for them. Really, so we have 1,900 HP Overseer Prophet ready to go. And let's see what they're going to do here. We could just keep stocking the base plate full of cards so we can cast something after Overseer God Hand. I don't know. What is with their cards? Are they just random? I guess they're random. I have no idea. They're attacking though. And there goes one of our cards. Calls up Rage. They can't keep discarding forever. They want to, but they can't. And now we'll play the Overseer, the Eye of Overseer, then play the Overseer Prophet to make use of its buff. And do that now. Who do we attack here? I guess get rid of who? Kago? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, get rid of them because they're going to try and buff Kago. They're very much focused around Kago. I noticed that in the way they built this whole deck together. So destroy that Blessed Sage. Get them gone. They have no more Rageborn out on the field. We can cast Overseer Godhand now if we want to. We may do that. And they're going to try and buff. Yeah, they're going to give Kago a card. Are they just relying on the random cards they're receiving? I don't know. They may be. And they're going to have to do something about us, though, because we're going to cast some very powerful cards very soon. And they're going to have to do something about that. They can just attack these very tanky cards over and over, though. They're barely doing anything to them. Cast the Overseer Wizard, though. And now cast the Overseer Godhand just to crush them here. That will give us... That will, when this card is cast, recur all allied fighters with lesser health than this card. And now put the Waddle Tom in the base plate. Then play the Overseer Wizard and focus on Kago. And I'm very curious what they'll do. They have no board wipes. They have nothing to stop this. So let's end turn now. And we're going to buff up our cards. And what are they going to do? Come on, come on. They have a very interesting deck type, but I don't think it's enough to really slow us down because we buff too much in our Monsters Nursery. And the Overseer Godhand, it's just a hilarious legendary, honestly. And now, let's cast 2 Eyes of Overseer. They're focusing on the Overseer Wizards, which is unfortunately, they just can't handle their magic, I guess. Cast the Eye of Overseer. Boom. Cast them now. Cast 2 of them. They're out on the field. Fantastic. And let's cast... We have 6, so cast now the Overseer General. Or actually don't. Just beat up their cards, honestly. We can do that too. That works with me. And they now have no cards on the field. It is seemingly over. Can they do anything? We're just going to hit them now. Cast the Overseer General. I want to see if they rage. If they rage, that's enough for me. Please, break. Break in the name of the Overseers. Break. Come on. Anything. It's over. The 1,750 attack card is here. You're going to make your stand. 1 turn. Okay. That's brave. I will at least commend you on that action here. And let's actually see what we can do with this. Come on. Cast that card. They're going to be done for on this turn. Overseer Godhand is just so good. And we have our victory. They chose not to forfeit. Very courageous there, but we won regardless. And with that, this has been the Monsters Nursery deck in Blox cards. If you enjoyed the game, you can check it out in the video description. The link to it is there. If you enjoyed the video itself, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.